I see that some of you have joined. Right, now we'll start, children. Okay. Now, hi guys, how are you doing? Everyone all right? Yeah? Okay. Now, Putar, we are going to learn about the types of fractions right now. Okay. What are we going to learn? We are going to learn about types of fractions. When speaking about fractions, we'll have to. I see that some of you have joined. Right, now we'll start, children. Okay. Now, we are going to learn types of fractions. What are these types of fractions that you should know? Very simple and very easy. Yet you have to know this. Why do we have to know this, Pute? Because in order for us to say which is what, so R fraction, may fraction, A fraction, we can't say that. Na? Right. First and foremost, I'm going to divide the board into 4 and I'm going to explain you the types of fractions. We know for a fact that a fraction has how many parts to it, children? There are 2 parts for a fraction. The top number is the numerator. Obviously, you have known this since grade 6. And the bottom one is what you call the denominator. First type of fractions we have are proper fractions. What are these proper fractions, children? We say that if you know, you can say it with me. Okay. What are proper fractions, children? Tell me. The value of the numerator is smaller than the value of the numerator is what? Smaller than the denominator. Let's write some fractions. 1 over 2, 13 upon 796, 300 over 1 million. Doesn't matter. Okay, either way, these are proper fractions. What is the proper fraction? The value of the numerator is smaller than the value of the value of the denominator. The value of the numerator is smaller than the value of the denominator. Right. Next we have unit fractions. What are unit fractions, children? Very easy. The value of the numerator is always 1. The value of the numerator is always 1. Again, 1 over 2, 1 over 13, 1 over 999, whatever it is. Now there comes a small issue for us. What is this small issue that we have? Let's look at this clearly. You see that here I have written 1 over 2. 1 over 2. Remember, if I want, I can have 1 over 17 as well. All unit fractions are proper fractions. What is it? All unit fractions are proper fractions. But all proper fractions are not unit fractions. All proper fractions are not unit fractions. Why? You see that the numerator is obviously smaller than the denominator. Neither, as long as the numerator being smaller than the denominator, we call it a proper fraction. But specifically, to further specify things, we say that unit fractions are what? Unit fractions are instances where the value of the numerator is always 1. Denominator is right. Next part we have right. Next we have improper fractions. What do we have? Improper fractions. Pute, proper fractions and improper fractions. The opposite of proper fractions. What is it, darling? The value of the numerator is larger than the value of the, let's look at this again. The value of the numerator is larger than the value of the denominator. Again, the value of the numerator is larger than the value of the denominator. The numerator number is bigger than the denominator. Let's have it. 2 upon 1. Yes, it is a improper fraction. 456 over 131. Yeah, yes. 780 over 125. Let's take that 25. So these are what? Improper fractions. Next we have put a mixed fractions. What are they? Mixed fractions. What are mixed fractions? Right. Here we can say that a combination of a whole number and a proper, a combination of a whole number, a whole number and a proper fraction. What is a mixed fraction, Pute? Mixed fractions are fractions where there is a combination of, or we write a whole number and a proper fraction together. Neither, hurry. How do we write it? 2.5, yeah. 13 and 17 over 198. 471 over 231 over 999. All these, whatever the size of the fraction, it actually does not matter as long as they are identified properly. Again, we have 4 kinds of fractions. What are the 4 kinds of fractions? Proper fractions. The value of the numerator is smaller than the value of the denominator. We have them, na? 1 over 2, 13 over this and that. The value of the numerator is smaller than the value of the denominator. Next, we have unit fractions. The value of the numerator is always 1. Unit fractions. Improper fractions. The value of the numerator is larger than the value of the denominator. And mixed fractions. A combination of whole numbers, of a whole number and a proper fraction. Take this down fast, my children, like good people. Take it up, Pute. When you are done, let me know, eh? Right.
Sir, finish.
Have all of you finished taking this down, children?
No. No, sir.
Right, okay. Done, children. Tuan, Satya, Hiruki, have you
Sir.
finished?
Finish.
Right, all of you finished?
No, sir. No, sir.
Let me do it fast, darling.
I have done my work, sir.
Okay. Right, everyone okay? Everyone done?
Yes, sir. Finish. Finish, sir.
Right. Now, since we know certain little bit of fractions. Let's move on to some, parts. Further dig deeper into this. Now, how do we understand which is what? A proper fraction, fraction, improper, yeah. We know that. Yes or no? Right. Now, let's try to understand them in terms of very easy things, right? If I have this cake cut into 3 parts, and if I eat 2 of these parts, 2 out of 3, yes or no? How do we say this? 2 out of 3. Or as we can also say 2 upon 3. I have cut this into 3 equal parts and I have taken, don't write anything on the books, please listen. 2 parts taken out of 3 equal parts. This is an example of a proper fraction. Yeah, this is an example of a proper fraction. Proper fraction. Next, we'll see if I have the same cake and cut it into 3 parts, and if I have only one part, 1 upon 3. What is it? 1 out of 3. Oh, we call it as 1 upon 3. How do we understand this further? One part taken out of 3 equal parts. This is an example of what, Pute? Unit fraction. Example of a unit fraction. Let's see. I have cut this into look at this now. How many parts have I taken? Look. This is what now? 4 out of 3. Yes or no? How do we say this? 4 out of 3. 4 upon 3. That is 4 parts taken out of 2 with a cakes where each is cut into 3 equal parts. Understood? 4 parts taken out of 2 cakes where each is cut into 3 equal parts. Pute, this is an improper fraction, alright. This is the part where you have to understand this clearly. This is an improper fraction. But if you look at this clearly, what is this, Pute? One full whole cake. Yes or no? One full whole cake. And 1 upon 3. Correct? So I can say this as 1 and 1 over 3 as well. Understood? 1 full whole cake and 1 over 3. Yes or no? I can write this as 1 and 1 over 3. How do you say this? 1 and 1 upon 3. 1 and 1 upon 3. Yes or no? Which is 1 full whole cake and 1 part of another cake cut into 3 equal parts. Cut into 3 equal parts. This is an example of a improper fraction. Don't worry, we'll be talking about this in detail. This is uh, sorry, this is of a mixed fraction, not an improper. I'm sorry, mixed fraction. This is an improper fraction. These are unit fractions. This is a proper fraction. And what is this, Pute? This is a mixed fraction. Don't worry, we will be talking about this in detail, right? For the time being, take this down now.
Sir, done. Sir, done.
Finish it.
Finish.
Right, I'm going to raise the board, children.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Right. So we know what a proper fraction is. We know what an unit fraction is. We know what an improper fraction is. We know what a mixed fraction is. Correct? Right. We will go in detail, further in detail, and we will learn everything that you need to know. You don't have to worry about it. Okay? Right. Let's look at this. Understanding types of fractions. These are very important, children. Understanding types of fractions. Let's see. Right. Here, what is it that we have? Look at the board and tell me, what is this as a fraction, children? Tell me. What is this as a fraction?
3/4.
Very good. 3/4. Let's try to break this down now. What if I told you that three 1/4 add up to form 3/4? Yes or no? There are three 1/4s that add up to form 3/4. How do we write this mathematically, children? 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 is 3/4. But the most important part is 3 1/4s add up to form 3/4. Are we clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. Very good. Take this down fast now. Are we done, children? Nah, we done?
Yes, sir.
Right. One more and we'll move on. One more and I'm going to give you some work to do right now. Right? Then you can send me the answers to the WhatsApp group. Okay?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, darling.
Sir, I have I'm not clear with the lesson parallel straight lines. So can you please explain me that?
Unfortunately, all the explanatory lessons in first term are already done within the first 2 days that I did. From today onwards, we'll be doing the second term work, darling. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Right, thank you.
Well,
Now let's look at this 5 upon 8. You should understand that 5, 1 upon 8 add up to form 5 upon 8. One, two, three, 4, 5. Yeah. 1 upon 5 plus 1 upon 5 plus 1 upon 5 plus 1 upon 5 together adds up. Extremely sorry. 1 upon 8 children, not 5. 1 upon 8 plus 1 upon 8 from add up to become 5 upon 8. So 5 upon 8 is what? 5 1 upon 8 added up together, add up to form 508. Now let's look at this. Next we have something called equivalent fractions. What are those, children? Equivalent fractions. What are equivalent fractions? Equivalent fractions. I have 4.6. I divide 4.6 top and bottom both by 2. 4.6 I divide top and bottom both by 2. What am I getting? 4 divided by 2, 2. 6 divided by 2 is what? 3. On the other hand, I multiply top and bottom both, let's say by 7. What do I get? 28 and 42. Yeah? 28 and 42. Now I can say this. What is it that I can tell? I can tell that 2 upon 3 and 28 upon 42 are two equivalent fractions of 4.6. Yes or no? See, the thing is here, this is what you call a simplified answer. This process is known as simplification. Children, we have done this in grade 6. Yes or no? Right? All of the things that I am teaching you right now, they are taught in grade 6. Right? Take this down. Are there any difficulties so far? Tell me. No, right? Okay. Take this down.